Hey there, this is Marisa with Marisa Moments podcast, Healing While I Heal, where I share real life stories and their healing translations. So let's just get straight into it. So you might hear some noise in the background. That's because I'm doing laundry. Laundry is kind of the bane of my existence, right? And it's not obviously just the washing of the clothes because I am blessed enough to have actual washer and dryer. Now, I count those blessings every single day because my ascension in the laundry arena has not always looked the same, right? I've had completely old, outdated washer and dryer that basically you have to say a prayer and kick it in the side for it to just run. I've had to wash clothes in a bathtub. I've had to wash clothes in the sink. I've had to go to the laundromat. I've had to go travel different floors in a building to wash clothes where I pay for it. And of course, right now I am blessed and privileged to have a washer and dryer. Now, that's not the point of this whole thing, right? But right now I feel very compelled to share like very relatable things that we typically overlook. So that in itself is a translation of counting our blessings, right? And noticing the transitions in which we go through where the scale can slide back and forth, right? It could just as easily be reverted to cleaning clothes on a rock and versus having an actual machine to do the job for us, right? But I digress. Here's the thing though, right? Oftentimes I find myself putting off laundry because I just don't enjoy it. I just really don't. And I'm not going to go back into the whole fact of the actual washing because who cares? It's the folding and putting away that is just like, it's so just not my cup of tea. It is not a party for me, right? So I end up putting it off and then it piles up and then it piles up. And I'm sure I've already mentioned this before because laundry literally just is the bane of my existence. But here I am giving it all this power. What is just pieces of cloth that we clean and that we put on our bodies so that way we're protected from the elements and maybe look nice in the process, but that's all subjective, right? Anyway, the translation part, let's get to it, is the fact that I am giving laundry all my power, right? When it comes up, I keep putting it off and I allow it to become some daunting task that looms over me and then gets to the point of overwhelm and just where I'm desperate because now where are all my socks? I don't have any underwear, right? And then it's just like, crap, now I have to do something, right? Because I allow myself to get my back pressed all the way up against the wall. And then I feel like I have to come out swinging and fighting. And then I triumph by actually doing the laundry. But here's the gag, right? It's a situation and circumstance that I put myself in because I allowed the laundry to have power over me. Now, of course, this can translate to anything and everything, right? Now, you hear some noises in the background. That's because this is real life, right? So just focus on me. Focus in. Whatever it is that you keep putting off is what is going to have power and dominion over you. So whether that be laundry like myself or whether that be a report that's due for school or for work or for anything, right? The more we put things off because we just really don't want to have to deal with it, the more we're giving it our power. Same thing with people too, right? It can be a situation or circumstance where you just don't want to deal with something. Now, of course, I'm not saying or suggesting that you have to subject yourself to being in the presence of someone that you no longer wish to be in. But if it's an obligation, a true obligation, not a false one, then you might as well face it. Why do we keep putting things off and giving it our power and authority when we can just deal with it and get it over with? I mean, listen, if you don't like the Brussels sprouts on your plate, maybe eat them first so that way you can enjoy the rest of your meal. That's all I'm saying. And that's it. So if this message resonates, then that means it's for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening and I wish you the very best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to check me out on all of social media. I'm basically everywhere you probably shouldn't be, but are anyway. But when you look me up, make sure you look me up as Marisa Moments. And that is Marisa with one S, not two, because there's only one me. And that's it for now. So until next time, happy healing.